Alright, so in this advanced section we're going to go over how to install clickable outlet switches and get all of your lights to go.
Alright, so you were just explaining the diamond pattern, and it's called something else too.
Yeah, so the doctors is focused just here. You're not going to sweat from your legs. Your legs are cold, your ankles are cold, you don't sweat from the lower part of the body. You don't get a full body sweat like from the elbows and things like that. So this improves that quite a bit, and then having a foil lined enclosure allows some of the heat to be reflected, and then the rest of your parts of your body, because we split it up, definitely get hit as well. Much better than the diamond shape pattern. It was better.
We're hot.
This is take 3. Reaching to do each switch independently. So you're not trying to, control them this way. Not a huge deal. It's pretty easy. Most people can just use the switches, but there are certain folks out there that really appreciate the convenience of this. So this is how you hook it up. And the brand that I would recommend is in the parts list. There are some other ones, but they're not quite as good. These work very reliably.
All right, we're hot.
Alright, so for the clickable outlet switches in one of the advanced sections, we're going to go over how to get all your lights on a remote. Now this could differ if you have a larger enclosure and you have more lights. There's more than 3 of these, but today, these usually come in as, let's start over. That's not it. But then I'm introducing tools. Or just drill a hole and put a bolt.
Yeah.
This is going to be too much for people. Never mind. It's hard for me to hold it. Okay.
Well, if I had some rubber on there, it wouldn't slip, right?
Yeah, that was the whole idea of those other things,
okay.
Those other mounts. I was thinking they could be multi-purpose. Because if you bolted, if you bolted those to mount the thing, you could put a bar.
I'm with you.
Attached to those would be pretty easy. All right, so time to talk about mounting accessory lights. You ready? Ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's kind of self-explanatory too. We could have done a diamond shaped pattern here, like the Dr. Wilson design. We have 4 bulbs all in one place, focused at the core. But the issue with that is this entire side is cold. And yeah, they give you a stool and you can rotate and do all that kind of stuff. But if you break it up and allow the heat to be reflected using Reflectix or Mylar film, you get a full body sweat in 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, you're done. So there's no sitting here and having it super hot, really, really intense, and then having to turn to the side. Then 5 minutes or 3 minutes here, it's too hot, can't take it anymore, and then turning it around. We're breaking the heat up, making it more tolerable, kind of like a far infrared sauna. It's a little bit extra work to run a cable and extension cord in the back instead of just having a mount where they're all on one side. But at the same time, the results are much better.
We are hot.
Okay. All right. So we're going to start the little EMF test for this today. There are some EMFs in this. It's not going to be perfect, but it's also not $3,000 or $4,000, only a couple $100. So there aren't very many. There's hardly any magnetic fields in here. So you're not going to find a cheaper way or a cheaper product on Amazon, on Costco, or anything like that that's going to be any less than this. So it's kind of like, what's the lesser of the two evils? Why pay thousands of dollars and you're still going to have the same EMF exposure? So it's as good as it can be for what it is. The only way to fix this, like I say, is to use Mu cable or something like that, Mu cord, and have a custom light setup fixture or build a shroud that covers these, and it's just not in the cards for most folks. So this is as good as we can get it with just ordering products from Amazon that you can deliver or have delivered to your door for under $250. And so for something that you can build with no tools, this is pretty good. All right, that was a mouthful. You good?
Yep, we're hot.
Okay, in the advanced section, we're going to talk about mounting accessory lights, changing the lighting configuration, if you want it hotter in the back or cooler in the front. Zip the door the majority of the way closed. The heat's going to reflect around inside to hit the rest of your body. You should get a decent sweat. If you're a person that's health challenged, that's probably the best way for you to start. It's more gentle. It's not as, it's just a lot less intense. It's much more gentle for yourself. So, good? Oh, I gotta have the cable hooked up in order to do the face tracking.
Oh, okay, will face track you?
Yeah, it will, because the face tracking in the 90D is really good. But I just didn't. I'd never learned where to put the cable so that it doesn't
It's
get
not moving.
Huh? It will.
All right, sweet. So what are we putting together today?
It can't work like this.
Why?
There's gotta be structure.
Well, do you want to do a casual talk about why you're doing one of these first? Like we were, and you said let's just record?
Yeah, we can.
All right. So, well, all this stuff is new to me. What's so funny?
Yeah.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yep. Rolling.
Rolling? Alright, so the last step before we get started mounting the lights. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so it's time to get started in this section, figuring out how to... Fuck. Alright.
We are hot.